You're watching ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC 7 News at Noon.
Belfast police are investigating a deadly shooting involving a local teenager. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. Maine communities are mourning the loss of a beloved public official. And the man who allegedly robbed the Goodwill store in Waterville last fall has been arrested. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories coming up. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey Susan, TGIF, your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks, across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Here we go. So the radar and satellite, look at this. I promise this thing is working. We can see some clouds showing up, but we're quiet out there. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today, which will allow plenty of sunshine to peek through as our pattern is changing. We have this area low pressure here that's tracking off towards the north and east, so we get to say see you later to that. Northeast to southwest flow is starting to back off as well. But watching this right here, this is going to miss us. We might get some clouds out of this through the weekend, but we will not see any precipitation from that system that'll miss us to the south. So futurecast overall a partly cloudy sky today. It might be going a bit aggressive on the clouds, but will be mostly cloudy later on tonight. I do not expect any snow. Will be dry to start things off Saturday morning. As for the wind, not too bad, maybe out of the north, maybe at around 5 miles per hour overall, maybe getting up to around 15 miles per hour as we head towards your Saturday as our next system starts to miss us to the south, though. But next week, we'll have our turn for another system to move in. But for today, lower 40s, not too bad in a partly cloudy sky. The north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, mid-20s on the way, mostly cloudy. The north wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, upper 30s, mostly cloudy and breezy. North wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, partly cloudy, temperatures in the 30s and 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. Belfast police are investigating a deadly shooting involving a local teenager. They were called to a home on the Marsh Road Thursday morning after a young man was shot. He was airlifted to Northern Lights Eastern Maine Medical Center where he passed away. The victim's name and age have not been released. Police say there is no danger to the public and the investigation into the shooting is still underway. Maine communities are mourning the loss of a beloved public official. Our David Ledford has this story.
From the police department to the fire department to the ambulance, I've spoken with all of them, and they're pretty upset. You know, it was a shock.
The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office notified the public Wednesday of the passing of Penobscot County Jail Administrator Captain Nick Hardwick. Some of those who knew him best say that Hardwick impacted both the Southwest Harbor and Greater Bangor communities throughout his career and personal life.
The way I feel is I feel a big loss, and a person like Nick is hard to replace. He's done tremendous work for us.
In a statement from the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Troy Morton and Chief Deputy John Knapp looked back on Hardwick's life of service. Captain Hardwick's infectious laugh and caring personality had a tremendous impact on those he worked with, the inmate population, and the citizens he encountered. While Nick's commitment to his service was important, nothing compared to the love he shared for his family. Above all, Hardwick's friends say that he spread joy to those around him, including his loving family.
He was definitely a family man, loved his wife and his children. As a matter of fact, they were on vacation when he passed with the family, so it's really a sad thing.
The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office asks that everyone be respectful of the family's privacy during this time. In Southwest Harbor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A fast-spreading fire destroyed multiple homes on North Pond in Smithfield Thursday afternoon. Take a look at these pictures that came to us by former firefighter Pete Pelletier. Pelletier tells us that 3 cabins are considered total losses. Windy conditions caused the flames to spread quickly, forcing firefighters to take a defensive approach to save other camps close by. At least 10 departments responded to the mutual aid call on Yvonne Lane, which is north on the North Shore Drive in Smithfield. A crash on Route 1A sent one man to the hospital Thursday morning. According to the Holden Police Detective Sergeant Andrew Whitehouse, Holden Police responded to a 2-vehicle crash on Route 1A around 10 a.m. Both drivers in that crash sustained minor injuries, but one was sent to the hospital for further screening. Whitehouse says Holden Police received multiple erratic driving complaints about one of the vehicles involved in that crash shortly before it happened.
Suspect vehicle was all over the road, traveling down the center lane, and then shortly after that we got the report of the crash.
Both vehicles were towed away from the scene. White House says Holden police suspect impaired driving may have been a factor in the crash. The man who allegedly robbed the Goodwill store in Waterville last fall has been arrested. Waterville's interim police chief William Bonney says officers searched the home of Kevin Barr and arrested him on Wednesday. At the time of his arrest, police say Barr was in possession of fentanyl powder. The Goodwill store, located on the concourse in Waterville, was robbed in November by an armed man who fled on foot. Bonney says evidence was collected and Kevin Barr became a suspect in that case. Barr's arraignment is scheduled for May 8th. His bail is set at $10,000 cash. On the heels of a record low catch last year and controversy surrounding rules meant to protect right whales, Maine lobstermen and women may now be facing still more new challenges. New size standards have been proposed that would govern what lobsters they keep and how many they have to throw back. It looks like they'd be throwing more back because of what they do now. Lobstermen and women made their voices heard at a public hearing last night in Ellsworth regarding the proposed changes. The Department of Marine Resources, along with the Atlantic State Marine Fisheries Commission, have expressed concerns over the population of reproducing lobsters in both the Gulf of Maine and Georges Bank, which they say is declining. They want to raise the minimum size of lobsters that can be kept, meaning they'd be throwing back even more smaller lobsters. They also want to lower the maximum size of lobsters allowed to be caught and kept. Lobstermen and women disagree with their data and say that once again they are being unfairly targeted.
My other concern with any plan like this is equity with Canada and equity with the other states when it comes to the V-notch in particular. Regardless of size, the V-notch should be across the board. We're going through all these whale management rules. We're at risk of being completely put out of business by the environmentalists in this country. Meanwhile, Canada doesn't have any of the same regulations, and this plan is just another example of us regulating our fishermen out of business to the benefit of the Canadians.
Yeah. So we have other areas, other lobster management areas that don't have a maximum gauge. We have areas like the gray zone where Canada and Maine fish together on the same piece of bottom and we throw a product over that the Canadians are allowed to keep. And we're having discussions about trying to bring in product from Canada that Maine fishermen would then not be able to catch and allow processors to process that product in Maine. That's a big inequity for fishermen.
But I've been doing this, and I want my kids to be able to do this. This is what upsets me. And it's going downhill. Downhill. I mean, this has been a good chance to make a good, honest living, and no one cares.
The Department of Marine Resources and the Fisheries Commission are considering multiple approaches. They include maintaining the current status quo for a period of time, a trigger approach where new standards would be established, but they'd only be implemented if the population reaches a certain threshold, as well as a gradual time-based implementation. Public comment can be submitted up until March 31st. Final decisions are expected sometime in May. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, we'll hear about how artificial intelligence is making it easier for students not to do their homework. We've got the details after the break.
If you're a Medicare beneficiary and live in the area, call now to see how this little card could get you some big benefits, including up to $840 added back to your Social Security check each year. With one toll-free call, you can find out how easy it is to get all of your original Medicare coverage, plus extra benefits. You get an all-in-one plan designed to fit your needs so you can be your best every day. You could have medical coverage, prescription drugs with $0 generics, dental, vision and hearing, plus the WellCare Visa Flex Card to pay for extra dental, vision, and hearing expenses, money for over-the-counter items, and up to $840 back in your Social Security check each year. And so much more. And here's more good news. You can get a WellCare plan for a $0 monthly premium. How can WellCare offer all of those benefits for a $0 monthly premium? It's simple. Medicare Advantage and Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage are important parts of Medicare. WellCare has a contract with Medicare to offer and provide these important options to you. Call right now to get your free copy of the WellCare All-in-One Guide. Call 1-877-282-3827 now. There is absolutely no obligation for requesting this free information. WellCare offers benefits that go beyond the basics, including up to $840 each year added to your Social Security check to help cover your Part B premium. Call today to get your free copy of the All-in-One Guide with absolutely no obligation. Your free plan guide will provide information to make a smart choice for your Medicare coverage. Just call 1-877-282-3827. Remember, there's no obligation for requesting this free information. So call 1-877-282-3827. Call today. WellCare. Medicare done well.
Luna Family Auto Sales is a locally owned business run by a husband and wife team.
Here at Luna Family Auto Sales, we combine our passion for cars with providing service to the community and local economy. Featuring no dock or hidden fees at all, we offer financing for all credit types and service everything we sell.
Check out our website at lunafamilyautosales.com.
Or come in and say hi. We'd love to meet you and introduce ourselves. Luna Family Auto Sales, 649 Stillwater Ave, Old Town.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Community members were invited to participate in a public community workshop for the past 2 days to discuss how to revitalize Bangor through outdoor recreation. This comes after the city was selected last spring to receive financial assistance through the Recreation Economy for Rural Communities program. State, federal, and local organizations came together at Husson University to develop an action plan on how to improve, connect, and promote outdoor recreation in Bangor. Senior planner Amanda Ponce, who was hired by the city to facilitate the workshop, says she's happy to be working with the Bangor community.
This is an amazing community, and we've been able to see all the amazing assets that exist around here, and I think Bangor is in a really unique position to be able to leverage all of those assets for economic revitalization and quality of life, and really is trying to attract more people to come and live and work and visit Bangor in the coming years.
Ponce and Lauren Coombs, Senior Policy Analyst for the EPA Office of Community Revitalization, says participants thought of unique ideas including trail connections, more signage, and a boat launch area. More than 300 high school students from the greater Ellsworth area learned how to come up with a budget plan with a little bit of fun. Our Matthew Jaroncic has the story.
They say money rules the world, but in order to gain wealth, you need to learn how to save what you earn. That's what high school students in the Ellsworth region did Thursday during the Maine Credit Union League's Financial Fitness Fair at Hancock County Technical Center. Students were asked to pick a career path with an estimated monthly income, making decisions on expenses they'll see after graduation.
To see our students have this opportunity to work on real life skills, things that they're going to have to know how to do when there's really no playbook for this. It's just kind of neat to be able to see that.
Students were given a budget sheet where they had to budget for transportation, food, and housing while staying in the green financially.
By the end of the Financial Fitness Fair, students took the time to see whether they were above or below budget, but it's the lessons that they learned from this that made this experience worthwhile.
It's been very eye-opening. A lot of kids nowadays don't understand how important it is to know how to live the real world, because it's definitely not easy. As an 18-year-old, it's been very hard because I got my first credit card, and this was actually super helpful with understanding how to start budgeting myself.
Maine Credit Union League's Financial Literacy Outreach Coordinator Jake Holmes says this experience has helped more than 70,000 Maine students plan for their future since 2004.
That's that critical thinking. They have to go back and maybe they end up choosing that used compact car instead. The wheels are turning. It's just an insightful, educational, and even fun experience for the students.
In Ellsworth, Matthew Jaroncic reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A Maine school system has decided to keep certain books in its library despite some parents' disapproval. After a heated debate, the RSU 24 Board of Directors voted Tuesday to keep 2 books in their Charles M. Sumner Learning Campus library. The books Gender Queer, a Memoir, and Queer, the Ultimate Guide for LGBTQ Teens have drawn criticism for sexual content. One board member shared his explanation for the decision.
To me, the value of these works to the LGBTQ community in our schools and those that wish to better understand the struggles of that community outweighs that potential negative impact of the controversial sections.
After public comment focused on whether the books were appropriate for middle schoolers, the board members ultimately decided to keep both books in the high school section of the library. Members stressed that library content is not a part of the curriculum, but an option for readers to supplement their learning. Gone are the days of staying up late to finish your homework. Students are now turning to artificial intelligence to help them complete their assignments. With the use of machine learning and natural language processing, students can now input their homework questions and receive immediate answers. Devin Dagnall met with experts to learn how generative IA is changing education.
Robots that can do your homework for you. It sounds like something straight out of the Jetsons, but with generative AI like ChatGPT, it's a new reality, and educators are taking notice.
The way we've thought about how to teach students has often depended on what technology was out there. After we had search engines could find facts, it was more about like, well, how do we write up those facts and present them? But AI like ChatGPT makes the presentation really easy. You can spit out a term paper in a matter of seconds.
I've got ChatGPT pulled up just to show how easy it is to use it and how diverse the applications are. So, for example, let's put in 100-second news story, broadcast script about students using AI to do homework. And if viewers at home were paying close attention, they would notice that our anchor unknowingly used a script written by an AI to introduce the story.
What is most alarming is the fact that experts say there isn't a good way for educators to know if their students are using generative AI like ChatGPT for their work.
Thinking like, how can I ban this or how can I detect AI? That's not going to work, because the very nature of these learning technologies is that they adapt to whatever test you give them. So as you make a better detector, the AI uses that to make a better AI.
According to new media educator John Ippolito, the best solution for educators to prevent their students from abusing AI on assignments is to change the assignments themselves.
So there's a lot of ways that you could change your syllabi to adapt to these new applications. One would be to sort of make sure that you do things that only students can do, only humans can do. So for example, reacting to something that just happened in class or something that's local to your own community.
Ippolito and a team of instructors at the University of Maine have put together a program to help other educators innovate their lessons to avoid problems with AI. To learn more, visit learnwithai.org. In Orono, Devin Dagnall, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Coming up after the break, have you been to any large events lately? We'll find out why this could increase your risk of illness. We'll be right back.
Hey, Maine. How are you? Yes, you. How are you really? It's a question we rarely ask ourselves. But to Northern Light Health, how you are means a lot. So we're out here asking and encouraging you to ask the people in your life, starting with yourself. So ask away. Then connect with us at northernlighthealth.org/howareyu.
This isn't your parents' photo booth. Premier Limousine and DJ present the latest in photo booth technology, the Magic Mirror Air Booth. We offer unlimited prints of beautiful 4x6 full-color photos and unlimited photos sent directly to your phone. The new Magic Mirror Air Booth is available for proms, weddings, birthdays, class reunions, and corporate events with one of the largest selection of props available. You can book the Magic Mirror Air Booth and DJ services separately or take advantage of our very popular package deal. Contact us at Premier Limousine and DJ.
Hi, I'm Jason, formerly of Interstate Automotive. I have opened up my own shop, PJM Auto Repair. It's right across from Chase's Family Restaurant at 1594 Hammond Street. Come on down, we'll see what we can do for you.
We offer general auto repair, brakes, suspension work, exhaust, complete diagnostics. PJM Auto Repair. Call us for a free estimate. PJM Auto Repair, Outer Hammond Street, Bangor, across from Chase's Family Restaurant.
Living in Maine means long, cold winters and hot, humid summers. Whatever the weather, Bangor Heat Pumps is your solution. Open 24/7, Bangor Heat Pumps takes care of you at home or at work. We operate statewide and service all brands and models. Understanding moving can be stressful. We will help move any units you may have. We offer a veterans discount in our home with a Capeless Hero discount. Visit us online at BangorHeatPumpsLLC.com or call or text us at 307-7746. Bangor Heat Pump.
At least 8 people are dead following a mass shooting in Hamburg, Germany. Officials say at least one gunman opened fire in a building used as a Jehovah's Witness church. They discovered that multiple people had been shot and there were several people left injured. A suspected gunman was also found dead on the second floor of the building. Police are investigating to see if anyone else was involved. A new emergency has been declared in parts of California as residents brace for what could be a historic flooding event. Parts of the state have been digging out from a series of storms that left several feet of snow and left residents stranded. Now a major storm has moved into the area, bringing heavy rain and powerful winds. The storm has already triggered mudslides and forced road closures. Officials are also expecting up to 8 feet of additional snow in the Sierra Nevada mountains. Many residents are also rushing to remove snow from their roofs, fearing the added water from the rain will cause them to collapse. The big concern now is the added rain and snow could cause widespread flooding. Large crowds are often a site of celebration, but they're also increasing the risk of catching an illness. With more, here's ABC's Lindsay Watts.
Recently, the CDC issued an advisory that a person with measles attended a large gathering of over 20,000 people. There have been multiple measles outbreaks around the globe, and U.S. officials are stressing the importance of early recognition and vaccination. Measles is a very contagious virus that can be quite serious, especially in children younger than 5. About 1 in 5 people in the U.S. who get measles end up in the hospital, with 1 to 3 in every 1,000 dying, even with the best care. Symptoms can include high fever, even more than 104 degrees Fahrenheit, cough, runny nose, red watery eyes, and a rash that usually develops 3 to 5 days after symptoms begin. The virus spreads through the air by coughs or sneezes. One person can infect up to 9 out of 10 people around them, even if they're unaware they have the disease. That's why officials are urging children and adults be vaccinated. Talk to your healthcare provider and be sure to mention if you plan to travel abroad, as the vaccine regimen may be different. With this Medical Minute, I'm Lindsay Watts.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and 0 compromises. Just go to anthemmainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for 0 extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with 0 compromises for you and your wallet.
For the best selection in classic and contemporary furnishings, stop by Richard Parks Furniture on High Street in Ellsworth. Handcrafted New England-made bedrooms and dining rooms, imported Scandinavian recliners and upholstery, more than 40 lines of furniture for the home and patio. Richard Parks Furniture is your #1 stop for quality, functionality, and well-designed furniture at affordable prices. Richard Parks Furniture.
Discover Richard Parks.
132 High Street in Ellsworth.
Discover Richard.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
Researchers deployed a remotely operated underwater robot for a close-up view of the rapid retreat of the Doomsday Glacier. With this Climate Minute, here's Ginger Z.
For the first time ever, scientists got a good look at what's happening underneath the surface of glaciers that are being impacted by climate change. A team of researchers from the U.S. and New Zealand launched a robot to look below the 74,000 square mile Thwaites Glacier in Antarctica. Also known as the Doomsday Glacier, melting ice from that glacier is responsible for about 4% of global sea level rise. And there's a concern that it could increase significantly if it collapses. They deployed a pencil-shaped robot called IceFin under that glacier to get a closer look at just how the glacier is reacting to warmer oceans. The images revealed that while the glacier overall was melting slower than projected, warm water was creating cracks and crevasses that melt the ice faster.
By being able to go in there and say, okay, this is exactly how this works, right, in this system, then we have this piece of the puzzle that we didn't have before.
The studies using IceFin's images could help researchers understand the impact of climate change on the glacier and how that will add to sea level rise in our future. With this Climate Minute, I'm Ginger Z.
Well, I don't think there's anything about glaciers in the forecast, but let's check in with Devin Biggs to see what we can expect. Devin?
Alrighty, here we go. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, they are Paramount. Give them a call for a free estimate today. All right, let's get things rolling. Wave heights are a little active, but no advisories posted at this point at around 4 to 5 feet according to some of the buoys out there. We're looking pretty good over our neck of the woods as we'll remain rather quiet out there for today. I mean, look at this. Hardly any clouds right overhead. So pretty nice day overall with a partly cloudy sky as the clouds are starting to move away and the pattern is starting to really kind of change. So we know that area of low pressure is kind of tracking away from us. Still seeing a little bit of that northeast to southwest flow, but nothing that will really affect us all that bad as the pattern starts to switch with our next system over the states right now. Watching this area of low pressure right here tracking from the west, going to the east and a little bit to the south and east as well. We will not see any precipitation from this, but maybe some clouds that will move in through the weekend. So here's Futurecast moving forward. A partly cloudy sky today. It might be going a bit aggressive with the clouds, but will be mostly cloudy later on tonight. Holding on to the clouds through tomorrow as well. Tries to get a few flurries going. I think we'll stay dry overall. And then by Saturday afternoon, watching for a few more clouds that will be passing through as well. That's really all we're going to be seeing moving forward, even as we head towards Sunday morning. So again, we're going to keep that northeast and southwest flow in general going, but the precipitation will be backing off. But we're going to be watching for our next system now. It'll really change things up with another system that will bring some rain and snow possible as we head towards Tuesday. So most of the day Tuesday, we'll be watching for rain and snow showers starting up. And then even Monday night through Tuesday is the general idea. So Monday night starting out as snow. Tuesday possibly rain and snow with temperatures that will get above freezing. It will also be windy at times too. So we'll need to keep an eye on that system as it does develop in time. Our average high is 38 degrees. We'll reach for the lower 40s today. Upper 30s by your Saturday. Back in the 40s Sunday into Monday. Tuesday, upper 30s as that system begins to move through. And remaining in the upper 30s Wednesday and also into your Thursday. So in general, the 30s about where we should be for this time of the year. And also don't forget, coming up on Sunday at around 2 a.m., immediately becomes 3 a.m. Notice the clock moving right there. And notice the number 3 as 2 a.m. becomes 3 a.m. Daylight saving time gets going. So we need to turn our clocks ahead. So we lose an hour of sleep, but we will start gaining daylight during the evening hours. But for today, lower 40s, partly cloudy, north wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tonight, mid-20s, mostly cloudy, north wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, upper 30s, mostly cloudy and breezy, north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Paramount Paving extended forecast. Lots of sunshine on Sunday, highs in the mid-40s, low 40s Monday with a mostly cloudy sky. Rain and snow Tuesday, highs in the upper 30s.
Thank you, Devin. Turning the clocks ahead, that's a sure sign of spring. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great weekend.
Renovating or building new, you'll find a wide selection of high-performing, energy-efficient, and beautiful windows and doors at Hammond Lumber Company. Your Hammond sales representative will walk you through the showroom displays and help you choose options to create a personalized custom look. Free in-home measurement is available, and Hammond can deliver your order from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Bring your vision and enjoy better light and added security and energy savings with quality windows and doors from Hammond Lumber Company.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.